Everyone, I am Anurag Kumar Pandey, and in this video tutorial, I will explain installation of Oracle 12c database on Windows platform. So I already downloaded the software Oracle 12c, and just I extracted it as then go into the folder and just double click on the setup. So you will see there is a prompt. So we have to wait couple more minutes. Then we will see the installation window will come. Yes. So now Oracle Database 12c. So this is the installation screen. Yes. So so I'm not going to provide the email address because that is not required. But yes, you can if you can provide your support ID here. So if there is any, so you Oracle support will help on it. So just click on next. Yes. Yes, so we here see three options like create and configure a database, install database software only, and upgrade an existing database. So create and configure database means like I am choosing this option because this will install the database software as well as it will create the database also. The second option is install database software only. So if I select this option, so in this option it will install only Oracle binary. So in my case, I'm going to select create and configure the database. So just click on next. So again, like we have the two options here. So desktop class as well as server class. So what is the desktop class? So desktop class is choose this option if you are installing on laptop or desktop class. Means this is not you will not get more options. So it is minimal option and it is lightweight you can say in terms of resources. But when I choose the server class, so we will see more options for it. As you see here, a server class system which Oracle defined as a system used in the production data center means whenever you whatever the database in the production, that is installation method would be server class. Then click on the next. So here you can see again three options we are able to see here. One is single instance database installation, Oracle real application cluster database installation, and Oracle RAC one node database installation. So I'm going to select single instance database installation because this is not a RAC. So we are not going to create a RAC database, and not also like Oracle RAC for OneNote. So I'm going to select single instance database installation and click on next. So here like typical install and advanced install. So as name suggested, so perform full database installation with basic configuration. So if you want to install with minimal configuration or you can say default configuration, right? So you can go with the typical install. But in my case, I will use advanced installation. So we can customize as per our requirement. For example, allow advanced selection such as different password for the user, that is sys, sysman, system, and DBS and MP accounts. You can choose database character set as per our requirement. So these are the options will enable while you choosing advanced install. So like you can configure automatic backup and storage option means you can uh, do the file multiplexing and lots of options, right? So advanced install. So in my case, I'm going to choose advanced install. Then click on next. So yes, as you see here, like so we have the enterprise edition and standard edition. So so in enterprise edition with all the features is available, which is Oracle released, and there is lot more also. But in a standard edition, we have certain limitation. So there is a feature-wise comparison. I will prepare one more video on the difference between like what are the features available in Enterprise Edition and compared to Standard Edition. So, but in my case, I'm going to again use the Enterprise Edition. So as you see, like Oracle Database 12 Enterprise Edition is a self-managing database that has the scalability, performance, high availability, and security features required to run most demanding and mission-critical application. And if we talk about the Standard Edition 2, so Oracle Database 12c Standard Edition 2 is the full-featured data management solution ideally suited to the needs of the medium-sized business. It includes Oracle Real Application Cluster for enterprise class availability and comes complete with its own Oracle customer and storage management capability. So yes, but again, like so, enterprise is mission critical application which we use in the production. So mostly is the enterprise edition. We have more feature as compared to standard edition too. So here I'm selecting enterprise edition. Then I'm going to click on next. Yes. So here, if you want to use a specific account, you can go with that. You can just, if you want to create the new user for the Windows, you can specify the username, password here. And if you have any built account already exists, so you can choose here. So in my case, I am going to use virtual account because this will be the new account. So as you see, right, for enhanced security, you may choose to run Windows service from this. So Oracle installation, Oracle recommend that you choose the virtual account or specify the standard Windows user account. So always in real environment, you will create a user for database installation, separate user. For example, like in Linux, we use the Oracle. So similarly, you can also create here also. So in this case, I'm going to use virtual account. Then click on next. Yes. So this is the path. So Oracle base is like specify the path where we have the Oracle base location and where we the software database home location, right? So we default path is picking because I'm not going to change it, but yes, you have the option. You can customize the location where you want to keep the base and where you want to keep the database software, and you can change the location. But yes, in real environment we have to keep standard process we have to follow to do this, but this is a demo. So yes, I'm going to default path and click on the next. So again, like here, select the database type. So what kind of database I'm going to install? So one option is general purpose transaction processing, that is called OLTP. Means we are so general transaction processing means like online whatever the database will use for banking or others, right? And data warehousing like large data set where we have to do warehousing, we can say where we have select queries more and keep the more data, right? Store the more data. So as name suggested. So here I'm going to use general purpose database and click on next. So here is the database name. So global database name and what is your SID. So I'm going to give the database name a backend. So I'm using the name of backend. You can choose any name here. So the maximum limit is 8 digit. So SID, you can give the name any name as per uh, requirement, right? So I'm not going to select container database. I will show you in different video tutorial like database with container and plug label. But here I'm going to create single instance, single database. So just click on next. Yeah, here in this window we have to choose how much memory is required, like how much memory we are going to allocate. So if we use enable automatic memory management or not, depend on your requirement. But yes, in my case I'm going to enable it automatic, so it will allocate as per system availability. Then character set, I'm going to use AL32 UTF-8, and sample schema I will click yes because so sample schema means so Oracle provides certain default schema as like HR, AI. So yes, the default sub data will be there. So I'm going to select sample schema. So memory, character set and sample schema. Then I'm going to click on next. Yes, so this is the file system, and we have Oracle Automatic Storage Management. So file system means where we are going to save the data files, redo log files, and others, right? Database related files. And Oracle Automatic Storage Management, this is a different type file system. So I will also cover this later because this is a different topic. But normally I'm going to use the file system. So this is the location where all the data files will be reside. Then click on next. I'm not going to register with the EM, Oracle Enterprise Manager. Click on next. Also, I'm not going to enable the recovery. Here you can choose different password for sys and system, but in my case, I'm going to use same password for both account. And you can specify the standard. Otherwise, you will see this warning message like the admin password enter does not confirm the Oracle recommended standard. So you can use capital letter or some special letters, right? And minimum length also. So just click on next. Yeah, so actually I choosing the password doesn't mean the standard Oracle standard. So we are seeing here this pop-up window. So I'm click on next. Yeah. So here it will check the prerequisite for the Oracle database, like everything is fine. If you have any issue, so it will highlight here. So is the checking environment variable. So yes, as you can see, like Oracle Database 12c release to global setting, this space is required 6 GB available to 11 GB around to 11.5 GB. So Oracle username is virtual account. What is the source location? And installation method is advanced install as we selected earlier. Database edition is enterprise edition. Oracle base location, software location, and port number. So, and about the database information, like we already selected the general purpose transaction processing database. Global database name is Bakan, and Oracle System Identifier SID. So SID and database names, we can use global database name with our fully qualified name. But in this case, I am using same name, like what is my SID and global name will be same. Allocated memory is this 1638. Automatic memory management option is true. Database character set, I choose AL32, UTF-8, Unicode UTF-8, Universal Character Set. Management method is Database Express. And database storage mechanism file system. We have two options like automatic storage management and file system. So in this case, I am using file system, and I will create the separate video with the automatic storage management because that is different method, like different file system. And database file location is this is location you can uh, choose as per your feasibility, like where you always, like this is the best practice, you can keep the data files on different location, and or you can say in different drive. And recovery also I disabled it. So I'm going to save as a response file. So in future, like if we have a requirement to create the same database in silent mode, so we can use that response file to create it. But yes, normally in live environment, we will not see the GUI is not enabled due to some security reason. So we have to choose the silent installation there. So we can do that. Just I am going to click on the install and installation will begin. Yes. So installation is in progress. It will take some time to complete. And so Oracle database installation, we have prepare phase, copy files, setup Oracle base, Oracle database configuration. So you can click on details, you can see like what's going on behind the scene. So you can stretch it. So installation is in progress, extracting files on this location, and yes, 15% is completed, 15. Just close it. You can see this log file also, so you can open the log files. You can monitor it from there also. So it will take couple more minutes to complete. So it's also like depend on your OS configuration also, right? So if you have sufficient, like, so in my case, I chosen 4 GB RAM, but in live environment, you will see huge compute, right, in terms of CPU as well as memory. So very careful, like while you decide the memory allocation, because on one server you will see multiple databases running. So always see like what is the exact requirement. So you have to understand the what how much SGA and other parameters should be there, because memory allocation will be do internally. But yes, we have to decide how much memory should use particular database from the server. So very, very careful we have to decide. So on Windows, it is uh, pretty much easy installation. In other case, if we talk about on Linux, so we have to do certain prerequisite before. And for example, so I will create a separate video on the Linux, and how we can install the database on the Linux, right? So I will introduce some other. I will give you whole idea, like if GUI is not available, so we have some different tools, so we can use those tools to do so. But yes, so we have multiple way to installation of the database. We can go with the silent installation. We can do with the GUI installation also. So in right now we are using GUI, right, graphical user interface, to perform the installation. It will take time to complete. So as you can see, like prepare phase has been completed and that is succeeded, and copy file stage is in progress. So after that, setup will be execute. Yeah. So for installation, if you have any issue, so you can comment, and you can reach out uh, via comment. I will happy to help you. Yeah. 70%, yes. So like copy file stage is completed. Now it's setup stage is going on. So like whenever we are going to install the database in live environment, so we have certain prerequisites to check, like what will be the database name, right? And how much memory is required for the database, and in some environment we have some scripts also post installation, so that we will take care. So we have to prepare in advance before going to install the database. For example, like database name, or how much size, what are the table spaces, because sometimes we once we have everything in you can say before database creation, so we have to review the plan, then we will proceed with the installation. This is the best practice. Otherwise, you will see some issues. Those are the unforeseen issues maybe occur, but yeah. So normally in real environment, you have the proper SOP for the database creation. If you have the requirement for creating the development database, or you want to create the QA database, so you have certain best practices. You can follow those, and Oracle document is very good. Always prefer, like yes, which OS you are going to choose. For example, there is so many versions Oracle release, right? So you can check like yes, which OS is compatible with this database. What are the known issues? If you required any change, parameter change before on the OS level. So yes, so like you can look you can look on the database installation prerequisite and parameters, so we can avoid the issue. So these are the best practices. I always advise to do so. So then click on yes, so it is saving inventory. Let's see. The installation always takes some time. So just uh, and this is I'm also writing a blog also. So yes, so you can see the installation. So I also sorry. Yeah, CPU utilization is 51%. Yeah, so this is the location. The DB home is installation files is here, all binary files here. Yeah, so let's wait. It will take some time to complete the installation. And yes, if you face any error, so yes, you can try to resolve it by yourself before asking from others, because whenever you resolve the error by yourself, you will learn, right? So you have to do this always, always like prefer. So whenever you get any error, so first try by yourself before asking from others. Before ask from others, right? So yes, this is one more suggestion, I guess, and this help a lot, right? So we will learn other things also while do the troubleshooting. So this is best good, but yes, due to on SLA also, because SLA will impact it. So yeah, that keep in always mind in the live environment, because you don't have much time to invest on troubleshooting. So follow, keep in that mind to do. But yes, if interesting environment, you can learn more by doing that. Yeah, so it's moving. So 83% is completed, and now phase setup phase is completed. Setup Oracle base is succeeded. Now it's Oracle Net Configuration Assistant. It succeeded. So it is Oracle database configuration is in progress. Yes, it will take some time. Copying database file. So if we talk about before Oracle 11 and Tanjit list, so in this stage you will say like one more pop-up will come for database creation, but 12C onwards, right? Yes, it is improved, so it will work in backend for the database creation, right? So if we, so you see here also the password pop-up is came, right? The strong password, specify the strong password. So as we choose, the chosen for sys and system is very weak password. So this is demo environment. But yes, in real environment you can follow the password policy. For example, like you have to mention, you have to use some special characters and password length and numbers and capital and small letters. So yeah. So as you see, right, Oracle recommends that the password entered should be at least 8 characters in length, contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, and some I guess special characters also. Let me stretch it. Yes, one uppercase, one lowercase character, digit 0 to 9. The password enter in the keyword that Oracle does not recommend to use the password. So that is not recommended. You can use Oracle keyword as a password, and you can follow always guidelines. So Yes, and other things, I think, yeah, everything is fine so far. And let's wait for some time and will be database installation will complete. So we have total 19 steps. That is, this is the 18th step which is in progress and completed 89% so far. So this is the Oracle Database Configuration Assistant, also called DBCA in short form. So this is utility to use to create the database. I will create one more video to create a database using DBCA. So you can create. So now creating and starting Oracle instance. So if you can see in the processes. Yes, so now database has been created successfully, and this is the URL to Database Express. You can see. Okay, so yeah, just close it and then CMD SQL Plus HTTP. Yes, so I'm able to connect with the database. So here you can see like SQL Plus release 12.2.0.1 production today date. So select the database name, open mode from V dollar database. Yes, and select name from V dollar data file. So you will see the location of your data files. Right. So and so parameter SGA. So you can see the SGA max size and what is the SGA target. So we use automatic menu management. So here we will see like so parameter memory. So memory target parameter and memory max target parameter. Right. So thank you for watching this video, and please provide your feedback, and if you have any question please comment me.